Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I actually got some good news for you guys. As you can see, we got the ban lifted. I'm gonna go over it with you guys. You know, great news, and I can't thank you enough for the support that you guys have given me, for being there, and being concerned. And I think that was actually one of the biggest things for me. And so thank you guys. I can't express it enough how much gratitude I have for having you guys with me. You guys are a great community, and I appreciate you guys as much as I can express. I don't know what's the best way to do it, but I'll go over it with you real quick. I know it's a little overdue. Long story short, I want to say it was a 3-day ban. I got banned on Sunday, and by Tuesday, I had been lifted. So, just as you can see here, so it just basically goes into the violations of how they respond, how they typically respond. Your account was indefinitely suspended, which to me, indefinite means I'm not coming back. All right. It does end up saying that they reviewed it, and then it was showing that I was displaying activity associated with compromised accounts, and it could have been by activities that took away from the Twitch website. Maybe my name was just in a bunch of other stuff. I have no idea. I don't know how it could be associated with another account somewhere else. I don't know. You guys can take your guess. And the last paragraph here just tells me that my account has been reverted back to good to go, and that's it. So there really wasn't any apology or anything like that. It was just more like, hey, you're kind of in with a bunch of different groups. Maybe you should choose your friends. I don't know. That's kind of how it seems to me. What do you guys think? Like I said, thank you again for all the comments and the support that you guys did for me. And yeah, so you guys will see me back on Twitch tomorrow. And yeah, we'll go over the rest of the progress that I have been doing on this account. It should have been done already. I know I've kind of been slacking. Yeah, I've been slacking. I've just finished up the fusion on the other account, so that will kind of finish it up, or finish my focus on that one, and I can kind of revert back to doing what I normally do, and which is basically just stocking up for the next fusion and just kind of getting ready for other events that Plarium ends up throwing at us. But for this account, let me throw this guy over here just so that way I'm not looking over there. For this account, I've actually haven't pushed it to its limits, but I can tell you that from where it was in the beginning to where it is now, it's a good early account, just because I have been logging in every day, right? Let's just go over here. We're on day 52. I think I took it in at day 34 or 35. I can't remember exactly. So a little bit longer than I thought I was going to take doing all this stuff, or at least getting it to level 50. As you can see, we're at 49. I didn't do any progress here, but I have been stacking up a lot of tokens. I have been stacking up a bunch of brews and chickens just because I've been leveling up champions the old-fashioned way, just using energy and campaign. I've kind of gone over that a lot in my other videos, how to do that, or how to level up your champions. One place that I wish I would have focused a little bit more was the actual missions themselves. I think I could have been a lot further here, which I could still do. It's not a difficult task, it's just more like pay attention, just because, for instance, this one's telling you to do lesser potions and in the magic keep, and as you can see, they're time locked. And I am to the point now where these challenges should be done. I think this account is strong enough to get into Gold 1, which is one of the quests here. I believe right here, win 50 gold medals. So just getting into gold 1 is kind of the achievement there. Actually, it's right here, 3.1. The rest of this stuff is just understanding the game, understanding how the mechanics work in each one of the dungeons, and just having the viable champs to do it. Just like, for instance, putting a hero reduction on the spirit keep, which is right here. And you can see I'm actually pretty close to getting a lot of these done, so I don't see why this account can't finish these up. But yeah, hard focus on the challenges and the missions is pretty much how you start off the game. Once you get into the closer levels or the higher levels for getting Arbiter, you end up getting into spots where you have to have a little bit of guidance or training, or just a little bit of luck in getting specific champions to make your life that much easier. Now, Polarium has done a good job in giving us champions to make the game easier, especially starting off. And I believe with this one, they just released this Rathalos Blademaster, and I haven't actually done anything with him for this account, but I do understand that he is a really good DPS, and he basically multiplies his damage. So I will look into building him and just seeing how far he can push this account. Just trying to get into the mid game area just for this account. But with Monkey, Blademaster, Deacon, and KO, I believe I have a really strong team. At least my first 5. I've also done a lot of chicken training, or a lot of farming for chickens. You can see I have a lot of 40s right now. A lot of these guys are going to end up being chickens, but for now, and what I recommend for a lot of you guys is you guys use these for your faction wars. And I'll tell you that you don't necessarily need a bunch of gear on these guys or anything like that, as long as you just have, you know, a few good champions in there with, I mean, shoot, they don't even need to have gear half the time. They can actually work really well. Let's see if I can give you a good example here. I know for a fact I don't have any gear on these 2 guys, but I do have some gear on her. I'm just gonna run this while I talk, so just feel free to enjoy that. I have enjoyed doing this early game progress, but I think after I finish this level 50, I'm pretty much done with it, so I may not have my hands on it anymore. If you guys have any other questions as far as, you know, for newer account stuff, I can always revert to my account and just kind of guide that way, but it's a little bit harder just because I do have a lot of the gear, right? The gear on my account is pretty much end game gear. Maybe not all of it. Let me get off of that here. Maybe not all of it, but for the most part, a lot of it is. And so when I do a video on my account, you already know that I have a lot of free stats. By free stats, I mean the Great Hall, what do they call it? The affinity bonus, right? They kind of changed the name on that. I mean, it makes a world of a difference, and so I always recommend everybody to do at least 10, 20 fights a day in arena and try to get better and work on that every single day. I have on this account only done the first quests, the daily quests. I haven't done the advanced just because I get locked into the Doom Tower where they make you use 5 server keys, and I can't do it. Not yet, or at least my focus isn't there. My focus is on running dragons and leveling up champions. They're running dungeons and leveling up champions. That's kind of where my focus has been. I think I did a really good job, just as a side account, or basically how anybody newer would play. As far as an endgame perspective, I wish I would have had a little bit more focus on it. There is a challenge going on right now by Hell Hades that's doing a free-to-play series. I don't know what the boundaries are for how to, or what the end vision is for it, but I have heard, or I do know for a fact that there is a lot of content creators out there doing this free-to-play series, and they have a lot of more knowledge out there. So a lot of new videos coming out with newer accounts. So there's another outlet for you guys. What else can I tell you guys? I guess the series, or this series basically is going to push into mid game, or basically how to do dungeons, how to read gear, how to understand that, and I think that's what the next phase is for this series. And so we're gonna be working on that and how to start on Doom Tower. I may or may not have access to a little mid game account and kind of help guide you guys on how to do that, which is basically more focused on faction wars and Doom Tower and gear. And so that's kind of where my thoughts are for the future. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to drop that down below. And then, of course, again, thank you guys. You guys have always been great. You guys can always come over and hang out with us on Twitch. Obviously, I'm always on Discord if you guys ever need anything. And yeah, I'll catch you guys all a little later. Bye.